Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday to our All Access group, and we're doing an open lesson for YouTube as well. Oh, let me do something real quick. I gotta turn down the volume so I'm not repeating. Okay, so let's talk about this short lesson we're going to do, a 30-minute lesson. And I went ahead and wrote out some more ideas for everyone. I tell you what, yesterday, this idea of taking this little enclosure and putting it through all keys was huge for everyone. So many people on all of my platforms absolutely love that. So I decided to write out a bunch more of those things. Hey Doug, good to see you. The first ever member of the YouTube channel, and now we're at 10 members now. Doug, good to see you. The Speed Police of iMusicAcademy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, we've looked at the first page in detail of how I like to create loops that outline chord changes and gives you nice things like the flat 9, where we did this on the page 1. We go, and then you can use scale ideas and half steps on certain notes to give you the half steps you need to continue outlining your chord changes. So when you go D minor, that half step leading into D and the half step leading into G helps keep a nice chord tones on downbeat kind of feeling. It's really neat when you get into your scales and thinking like that. So I want to continue this idea of breaking things down for you guys. And we'll look at page 2, but we'll also look at page 3. And I realize that my handwriting is a bit messy at times, but that's what you get. So the top of this page, and this is page 3, we're just going up. You go D. This idea right here is a great idea in itself, because if you look at the chord tones on downbeats, downbeat, 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 and then you come back down. Now that ninth is not necessarily, I mean, it is a chord tone, it's the ninth, but then you get right back on to some nice little chord tone. Or you can go So we did this at the very top. And we're going to go down and go up to the 7th. And we go. Oh, actually, I think on this one, we went down to the next line. We go. And then it starts over, so you're going to go. Okay. And then it starts over the loop. Okay, so that's the top one, and that's not even the one I wrote, the ones I wrote out this morning. This idea, we'll come back to this one, but this idea, if I go, that's just D minor 9, so it looks like an F major 7. And once again, on this one I have the 9th on a downbeat, but then it goes right to the offbeat, and then I get to D, and then I do an enclosure on the 3rd there. And then it does, instead of the 1 chord, we're going to go to the 3 chord. So I hope you guys see as we go through this, and I'll break it down again. I'm just showing you some highlights of this one page, because everybody loved this yesterday of outlining your thirds, right? I tell you guys all the time, if there's a chord tone that you want to make sure you're nailing, it's those thirds. And so you're going to see in today's lesson a lot of that going on. And even all the things you can do to get to the third, like we've talked about even on the first page. If you're going from a 1 chord, C, down to the A, which is the 6th chord, you go third. Third, 5th, 7, third, third, third. Right? So lots of nice ways to outline that third. So this loop is a little more complex. The one that goes to D minor 9, it goes 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. I didn't do that right. And 4 and 1 and 2 and. So even that right there, when we go to the third, like the E minor, you go. And it goes third up to the flat 9. Really important, right? Okay, so let's keep going down, because now we're going to get into stuff that relates to yesterday's video, and where we're targeting the thirds with an enclosure. And that is this. You have this. And I went ahead and wrote that out because I know people are going to want to know that little idea. And you can go, technically I could do a major 7. But I'm thinking in terms of dominant, especially for this exercise. And that root flat 7 turns into a root third. And I would take it one little exercise at a time, like just get this one down. What's up, Dad? Good to see you. Yeah, I was a little late sending out our member email this morning because I was busy writing out some really awesome things, which we're going through now. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is this idea of picking up where we left off of this idea of P-da-da-bum, but now we're going to go. Okay, this is step 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. And 4, 1. So I want everybody to get that in all keys. So that's one of the things that we're going to decide to do is this one. And the way I did it is I wrote it as a loop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I would spend a lot of time on that one. And once again, you're taking this idea from yesterday and enclosing that third, and now you go 4. It's kind of like the do nothing till you hear from me lick. Do nothing till you hear from me. Da-da-dum. So you go. What's up, Vance? Good to see you. Another member of the YouTube channel. Awesome to see you guys. And Dad, good to see you as well. So if you're just now joining us, I want you to understand that we're talking about these simple enclosures. I'm actually working on a bunch of different projects, as you guys know, and one of those things is targeting chord tones. I think that's huge. And so I've been handwriting all these ideas out. We'll do a quick review of some of the other ones, but I want to take it to the simple ideas of why these work. I mean, you're getting your chord tones on downbeats, but this ba da da bum, and I go do nothing till you hear from me. Boom, boom. Ba ba da 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 dee da 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 da. The audio is cutting out for you. Is anybody else having that problem? I need to know that. Okay, so let's keep going. If you have this idea of the do nothing till you hear from me, it is doing an enclosure on the third. Right? And what a nice thing to transpose, because you can visualize the triad. Right? And then when I go to F, it's the same thing. Now I can visualize the F triad and start on the 4th note. And then B flat. Whatever key I'm in, I go to the 4th note. Okay? That's the next thing we're going to do. And then, here's the nice thing, and I wrote this part out too, is that if this is my idea, and I go, when I get to the 4 chord, which is the F blues, I can do this. I go. So if I'm doing a C blues, Now I go to F chord. When I go to F, I have to get that E flat. I go. See, if you understand that, got it in the chat. So that'll work over at C. But when I go to F, I have to go E flat. Because that F, that E major, that E note is not going to sound good over the F7 chord. I go. Let me see if there's something on my end that I need to change. I was told I'm having some interesting interface issues. I've kind of have an older interface that pops, and my son told me last night, he said, I said, what can I do about that? He said, you get a new interface. I hate that that's doing that. All right, let's go back to the music. So this idea of think about that as a really nice thing to practice in different keys. Now, when I go to the F chord, I could even on a C blues, I go. Yeah, I hear it too. What's weird is I just restarted my computer, which I wish I didn't have that. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is here. Let me make sure. I think I know one thing that might help it. Let's see if I'm going to disable one of the cameras here. I did get this new camera. Let me see if I can show. Oh, it's not on right now. Let's see if I can show you guys my new camera. This might be the problem because let me show you guys this. This is one of I'm always trying to level up for you guys. What do y'all think? Now, this is not the camera angle we're doing, but this is part of the new process of things I'm working on. So kind of a different studio view, right? Kind of fun there. All right, I'm going to deactivate that or make it to where you can't see it. What do y'all think about that? Okay, now let's go back to the music. So remember that part of the theme for the day is continuing to think about this, the simple enclosure. But now we're going to go, and I'm on the F chord, I could go. Oh, thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. I have my wife to thank for that. My family, they helped build my studio. They gave me a special room to keep the music in. All right, you ready for the next thing, right? You have to have 2 shots. I will try to get it set up in the future where I just hit a button and it'll take me to the right cameras, but I just don't know if my computer can handle it. All right, now I've got something really special for you guys. This next one is you have this idea of this. Right? That's a really famous kind of generic lick that comes out of the song Anthropology, I think. And what's happening is you go 5, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Notice that the enclosure comes back in again. Da 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 da. Ba-doo da 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 da. Ba-doo da 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 da. Okay, so all I'm doing is this one idea of 5-1. What an important thing to do. 5-1, 3-2-1. And then you go up to the fourth note and you do your enclosure on the third. So when you go to F, guess what you do? And B flat. And you go to E flat. Who is loving that idea right there? So we're taking these simple enclosure ideas and you're saying, well, not only how can we change it up just a little bit, but how can we make or take the music that's already out there and then do something with it? I mean, there's a reason that this song is famous. The Do Nothing hit, Anthropology is a famous jazz standard to learn, but part of it is because of these things. And I'm changing it to blues after that because I don't want to get copyright strikes. 2 and 3 and the same thing we can do it in any key. But this idea of the enclosure, so we're extending anthropology. That's right. So we're extending the enclosure. So now we have this one, we have this, and then we have the do nothing till you hear from me. What a great thing to get, even that one. 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So even that one I went. And I went down to the third again. Those thirds are really crucial in our jazz playing. So we go when I go to the F, watch. Third. I kind of like, even though you could go up here, I kind of like staying in this area to get to that minor third. Third. So that time I went F. I'm sorry, F. And then B flat. Because you could think of it like. Even though I wouldn't necessarily play like this, I'm thinking about the exercise. For A, you could do the same thing. because it's going up to the fourth of every chord. And you could go. Whoa! My whole computer just bottomed out there just a second ago. Okay, now what I just did there is kind of important to talk about. One thing is that when I went to D, and I did to the if I play the Dorian scale going up and I go, I added like the leading tone, the C sharp. So when sometimes I'll go, if I start on the fifth, I can go. And I'm adding those half steps. That's really important because it helps really keep those downbeats. So let me do a quick review. Let me check the time. We have about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then I'll let you guys go for today. But even if you go back to the first page on this first loop, let's just go over some quick concepts here. Is D minor, and you can go down. Third, flat 9, and that's one of the themes this week of this idea of on the A7. See how I did that? I went even on the very first thing. I went third, flat 9, and then this. Alright, the next one, and that talks about enclosure and everything, and that's pretty much the whole idea of the first page. And it goes down to the fifth, down to the third. The second page is really cool because it talks about those half steps, like D minor. And I could go. And then. The next one is this. And once again, it's getting that nice flat 9. The next one was this. Wait, let's see. I have to read my own handwriting. I like it. The next one was this. Oh, this idea of making sure that on the way down on a major scale, you put the descending half step. And then that keeps your chord tones on the way down. You can also do this. And then we had this one, let's see, D minor, you go. Let me do that right. Yeah. Uh, oh. Ah, that's it. Alright, the next one was this. The next one is a longer line. Yeah, oh man, those are nice. So, and I put that in the All Access group in the folders. I need everybody to remember that. So I sent out the email this morning, and it should have sent you the link to the folder. And I needed to make sure that that all of our All Access group is getting that link, because I want you guys to try all three of those. I know it's messy, but it's really good, I think. So the next one is this, really quickly. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. The next one, this one. 2 and 3. And 3. And that gives you that flat 9 sound. The next one is this. The next one is. The next one is. And I would think that the one for today would be this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-bum. So you could take the whole idea and go, and then go down a half step, do the same thing. It's the fourth, right? All right, guys, that's been a fun lesson. But take this idea, or any of them. Which one should I do today? I'm going to do another video. Should I do this one? An all keys thing, or this one? Part of me thinks this one because it connects to this. Alright. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this all access open lesson on YouTube. Our YouTube community is growing, especially with these simple ideas. I think people are enjoying that. Alright guys, hope you have a fantastic day. Let me give my shout outs as we always do. A shout out to Doug, the first ever member of the YouTube channel. And Vicky, good to see you. Dad, good to see you as always. Vance, let's see if there's anybody else. The second one is more exciting. It's good to have both, especially when you're transposing. And you could do it, kind of what I'm doing is just changing it up every time. All right, guys, have a great day. See you.